What's up, guys? Welcome back to the rundown for another episode of Arcane Season 1. Today, we're going to be covering episodes 4, 5, and 6. And I'm very excited because I'm all in on the show now, Anthony. I'm hyped up, I'm hooked, and I have some different opinions after the first 3 episodes, now watching the next section of the series that I'm looking forward to chatting with all you guys about. How are you, sir?
Dude, finally you're hooked. Finally you're hooked.
Finally.
It took a while.
I got there. Took some arm twisting and bullying by you guys, but we got there.
Yeah. I was a bit later because I found my webcam and then I lost my webcam again and now I found it back again. So it took me a while. And I see I'm mirrored.
Yeah.
So it says left RAM at the moment instead of Marvel, but it's going to be fine.
It says Marvel to me. It says Marvel to
cool.
me. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, I see it as normally. I think that's a setting you can hit when you in your settings. It can say mirror my camera. You might have clicked that.
Yeah. I think it's
I think I'm gonna
default mirror my camera because it's easier. Because now when I want to do something, it makes more sense to me, and that this is my left and this is my right.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Well, let's see who's here live because we've got a few people here already. Bob Dylan's in the house. What's up, Bob? I love what you did with the Paul Atreides using the head sculpt and the other body. You're giving me ideas. And for often, because I know he said he wanted to see more pictures, he's in the house. Just so you guys know.
Cool.
For those that collect, he's in the house.
Listen, I gave.
Listen, Gabe.
What?
Listen, I gave.
I just had to do that. So good work, Bob. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'll get a second Paul. Butch is in the house. What's up, Butch? What's up, everyone? I'm at work, but I'll be viewing quietly.
Mischievous as always.
Yeah. And Lukagi's in the house. Now, Lukagi, this is perfect timing because he got me a clip that I think will be used quite often moving forward. And I think it needs to be used for you last week and today. Okay? I'm attacking you right off the bat.
Next week. And next week.
Better not be next week. Lukagi, thank you for this one.
What an absolute gazelle.
Okay, bye-bye.
I feel like that's going to be used. That's going to be used a lot.
Oh, what an absolute gazelle.
That's a classic clip. Thank you, Lukagi. You are a gangster. And we got AJ in the house. What's up, AJ? Greetings and friends. Hope all is well. Well, I hope you are well too. Loving the Grand Admiral Thrawn in the collection, sir. He put up a great pic next to Vader. It looked awesome. I'm excited. Now, clips. I was in charge of the clips this time, guys. So don't worry. Everything's back on track. Johnny Boy's back.
Johnny Boy's back.
Johnny Boy's back. Let's bring it up. I did put this white line up here on this one. Not 100%, but we've got nice black in the background. I think it looks nice. Good quality pics too from often. Only took me 5 hours to find it on Instagram. And you guys were trying to tell me where it was.
Gazelle.
And making fun
Play the
of
gazelle
me for
clip
being...
again. Play the gazelle clip again.
What an absolute gazelle.
Jesus. I don't know how he found that, but he's a champion. Hey Jay, what's up? He says, thank you, sir. And they have like 12 more. 12 more to go. But let's rock. Well,
like to struggle.
To pre-frame it, I guess. Like, so after episode 3, I thought a certain way about Powder, and I thought a certain way about. She was a gazelle in the first 3 episodes, but then often brought me back down to earth and reminded me she was just a little kid.
Okay.
So after these 3 episodes, now she's a much more intriguing character, and I'm finding myself drawn to her character more so than the others.
Cool.
So I'm interested in seeing where her story goes. But I guess we kick off with episode 4, and they don't tell you that there's the time jump. I just want to say, I called the time jump.
You called the time jump.
I mean, I don't think it's
4
a big
years
victory to take. It's I don't think it should be a big victory, right? But honestly, I did not know what was going to happen. So the fact that I feel like I called it, I'm pretty happy with myself. So that's kind of like a Hawkeye type moment. I would like a pat on the back.
Intro?
Sorry?
Did you ever see the intro?
I never really watched the intro, so I wanted to keep myself in the dark. But I figured it out. And that's kind of how I felt about myself.
I would have played the Gazelle clip because if you just watch the intro.
Oh, Anthony, you know I don't like to do these things, and even if I did watch it, I probably wouldn't have remembered it anyway.
Okay,
So
cool. That's
there's
right.
that. So we jump ahead, episode 4. I guess these are what are they called again? The gates, the
Hex gates.
Hex gates. That's it. And
And
what
the
is
fun
that
little
again?
thing is that the fun thing is that in League of Legends, the visuals are starting to change a bit more so that they resemble the Arcane series. So you always had like a summon spell teleport, and teleport is really changing into these hex gates. It's just it gets the same visual at the moment. Yeah.
So just to clarify, these are how people travel throughout the universe. And that's what he's used the power to harness to be able to.
Throughout the world. So it's not the universe; it's the world, because the world has like a couple of continents, and different cities on those continents, and people are traveling between cities or regions with the hex gates. So now people can come to travel for trading, for studying, and for arts.
Okay. So it's how, like, is it like a teleportation, or how does it work? Like, because I didn't really.
In the game, it's called teleportation. I don't think they call it anything here except that it's powered through the Arcane.
Yeah, okay.
So it hinges between technology and magic.
Okay. And then we meet, I've already forgotten her name, but I like her as a character.
Play the Gazelle clip.
I don't think I'm a Gazelle for that. There's a lot of freaking names in this, bro.
What an absolute gazelle.
Dude, am I supposed to be that? There are just a couple of names. But I think the cool thing to remember from Act 1 is the picture with Caitlyn and Jayce, with Jayce coming at the gate of the estate of Caitlyn's parents, and her being a little girl, before the time jump that you so accurately called. And just seeing their relationship, because she felt like a little kid who had feelings for her bigger brother, not really brother, but they were his patrons. But she also looked like, I don't know how you'd call it in English, but like she's living in a very sheltered golden cage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
And now she's, I guess she seems very, what's the word? Like burdened with wanting to be an enforcer rather than, like, it seems like she's doing what she doesn't need to be. She doesn't need to be doing this as a job because she's got a rich family, but she wants to be an enforcer.
Yeah. So she wants, as she's lived this sheltered life, she wants to see the world. And she wants to defy her parents. So it's a bit of both. She's been kept inside that golden cage, and she just wants to see the world. So that's why she's doing things that she's really shouldn't do with her position.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I've been enjoying the story. So I just really was getting into it from this episode, even more so the different relationships, and I quite like her character. And then you cut to that epic action sequence. So who the freaking hell are these guys? Like, riding. At first, I thought it was Vi. When we get to it, but they're not. Well, when they battled.
Yeah. So you see, at first you see the hex gates, and in hex gates, so through hex gates, the world has become a lot smaller because people can actually travel very quickly over vast regions now. So you see a shipment coming in through the airships, which are not blimps, but airships. And with the shipment, Kate is at the side. And then these guys also enter. And later we learn that these are called Firelights. And the Firelights is like another faction of Zaun. So you have the upper city, which is Piltover. You have the undercity, and the undercity has like Silco's gang, because Silco took over from Vander. And you have this like bunch of guerrilla kind of group, who's also from the undercity, also called the Trenches, or the Lanes, or the Fissure, or Zaun. But they
Why do they
seem
have
to,
so many names?
yeah, I don't know.
Like,
One is the region, the other is the history
yeah,
behind it. It just has different names. Trenches is like not a very nice name that Piltover calls these guys.
okay,
Um, so these guys seem to be competing with the Silco gang.
okay. And that's how they kind of establish it, because they go in to break in to steal the stuff, and then we
Yeah.
see
Well, they're not
Powder
stealing the
slash
stuff.
Jinx.
They want to burn the stuff. So
Burn.
it tells you that they don't want the shimmer. They don't, because the shimmer is the drugs, and the drugs is the way that Silco earns money and controls the underground and also a bit of the upper ground of Piltover.
Yeah. And just to clarify, these drugs, the shimmer,
Yeah.
it makes everybody get jacked when they take it, or does that only affect some people?
Yeah. So
Everyone.
it does a couple of things, but what you know at the moment is that you just get jacked. It's like cocaine and
Steroids,
yeah, all
in
in
a way.
one.
Yeah, or Captain America Soldier Serum. They get super jacked.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And later on, I think also in these episodes you see that shimmer can also do other things when you take like a different dose or a different form.
That's why I asked, because in another episode I'm like, what happens there? Why did that not happen? But it's so interesting, right? So we meet her now older. Her visual look, I can understand why Hot Toys released this one first, because visually I think she's way more intriguing than Vi visually at this age, don't you think, as a character? I feel like they did a really cool job of how her character is at this age, like tormented. She reminds me of Harley Quinn. That's what she reminds me.
I want to say that she's like the League of Legends Harley Quinn,
right?
Except
I really
that
felt like
in this stage she's a bit more vengeful and she has a bit more trauma.
You think so?
At this stage, yeah.
Yeah, I guess at this stage. Yeah, she's kind of a psycho, I guess. She's all tatted up, got the long hair, like very visually intriguing character. And I was like, okay, what's going on? She has a more, I guess, they both have interesting storylines, but it's fun, like, because you get to see those first 3 episodes when she's a kid, you can understand how she gets to this point. So I think they did a great job storytelling wise to get us to that.
Yeah, I think they did a great job storytelling wise for every character, to be honest.
Yeah. And she goes psycho here. Like, I mean, even in this picture that often the OG gangster, thanks again for getting the pictures for us. She even looks like tormented in this shot. Like she's panicking. Like they did a great job of making her look like a psycho, essentially.
Yeah.
But
so
she thinks she's killing Vi too. She thinks she's trying to get him, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah. So
she
what
sees
happens?
her.
Yeah, she sees Vi. So what happens is the Firelights try to jack the shimmer transport, and it seems that they just want to burn it and not steal it. So they just don't want the shimmer around. Then enters the boy Shadow's time, and he has like a stopwatch, and he throws some form of orange ice. And Savika, who is like the lieutenant or the second hand or the right hand of Silco, gets trapped. He sets the timer because that's the timer before the ice runs out. And then the Firelight gang seem to have it all under control, and they run into a booby trap by Jinx. And you immediately recognize that it's Jinx because she has like the wall paintings. I think it's a monkey again. So you know it's going to be Jinx. And they say, oh, she's here. So Jinx has made quite a name for herself in the Underworld already, as like the Baba Yaga of the Underworld.
The Baba Yaga.
She's like Silco's daughter and enforcer at the same time. But instead of just fighting off the Firelights, she thinks that she sees Vi because it's like a girl with pink hair, and she gets
triggered
flashbacks again. Yeah, she gets triggered from her PTSD from being abandoned by Vi, and she just shoots everything up. It doesn't even matter who she shoots up; she shoots everyone up. So the Firelights die a lot. Pacifica gets shot also, and a couple of the Silco's gang also get shot.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It was an epic action sequence. Them riding the hoverboards, that was so cool. Lakagi even says it's his favorite character in the series too.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I went and looked at the hot toy after watching this. I'm like, God damn it,
You would.
not there yet. I'm not there yet, but she's very
You will be.
intriguing.
You have like a couple of you have 9 episodes. Oh wait, 12 episodes to go. So you'll get there.
Yeah, I still have a long way to go. Then we cut to I feel like this is like the other occurring storyline at the same time. You've got Jayce's storyline, and you've got their storyline. And at this point, he's
you already have
now.
Yeah, so you already have Caitlyn's storyline. Caitlyn wants to be not trapped in a golden cage. You have Jayce's storyline, who wants to be the man of progress, because the episode is called Happy Progress Day, which is like about the day, but it's also I think like a reference to the time jump that you called. And he, instead of like in the Act 1, you will be there. You will be. Yeah, he's getting 2. Like in the first act, Jayce was kind of on the verge of losing everything, and now that he made the Hexagates and he made Piltover flourish, now he's like the man of the hour. So everyone.
Yeah, he's balling.
Yeah. He's like a big.
I don't know if I'm seeing it yet, but him and Victor, I feel like something's going to happen. I mean, obviously that happens as we get through the episodes, but I'm interested.
Yeah.
To see
So now, he's like the man of progress now, and before he started out with Jayce just trying to use Hextech to better the world, and here he is showing Heimerdinger, who's like the head of the council and also the dean of the academy, his progress with the Hextech, because first they had the Hextech crystals, which were volatile as hell and they could explode any minute, and now he made Hextech gems, and they're very stable, and he's saying this is a lot of progress because now we can give Hextech to everyone, which was our intention. And he shows 2 fun things, which are, it's not even Easter eggs, it's fan service at this point, because he shows the Atlas gauntlets. If you see in the intro, you knew about the gauntlets, and he also shows like a laser ray, and laser ray is even more of fan service than that. If you play League, you're getting giddy when you see that.
That's cool.
The laser arm.
Cool that there's those Easter eggs and things.
And Heimerdinger says, okay, it's cool. You should do a speech, Progress Day speech.
Okay, when I know we get to a little bit more into that because of what else he wants to talk about. Jayce is he's trying to be. I was thinking that he's trying to be a Tony Stark. He's trying to be host. I still don't know where I land with him yet, though. I don't know about his journey.
With who? Jayce or Heimerdinger?
With Jayce, yeah. Jayce at the moment. Not sure. I can't remember this clip. So she chased this guy down, or he's in prison, or she goes to talk
this
to him.
guy is in prison. He's the guy who was on the bridge with Vi, and Vi broke his jaw. Vi
back in time, right? Yeah, back in time.
Yeah, Act 1. He's in prison now, and Caitlyn says he is like a witness to what happened with Vi and the bunch and the rest, and she thinks everything's connected. She's kind of behind the Silco gang, and Jinx really.
Yeah, she's in detective mode there. Then we get to see a bit of these guys' relationship more. It kind of feels like he is like a father figure to her, but
so Sevika, the second in command, says tells Silco what happens, and then after she's gone, we see all along that Jinx has been in that room, listening to all the conversation that Silco has. And I think most people just think when they come to Silco that they have like a one-on-one, but Jinx is listening in and all of them.
And the fact that he lets her do that, this is the confusing thing for me. So he lets her do that, but yet he's still like, I get the impression that he doesn't actually have care for her as much. The way
I think
he talks to other
does,
people.
dude. I think he actually sees her as her daughter.
Okay. Well, that goes wrong soon. I love this image here because this shows how like vulnerable she still is, or how much she looks like a little kid again around him. You know what I mean?
And she looks like a little kid again because that's what happens when you get confronted with things from your past. Because Sevika says she lost it. She's a liability. Everyone knows it. And Silco just shoves her off, and he blames Sevika. And And Jinx explains that she saw like a kid from the firelights who was a girl with pink hair, so it reminded her of Jinx, of Vi. So she just got took back into killing everyone. So she just explains her trauma, and Silco knows.
Yeah, I quite like that scene. I can't remember what this part was. I think she was tinkering here. I don't even know why I put this one in. It was quite a dark picture.
Yeah,
But I think she goes to her.
you see here, you see Jinx at a workshop, and she is still reliving the past. And you also see, what's the next picture? These here, okay.
Cut to his speech.
Yeah, can you go back? So you see that she is full on in her trauma, and that she has become a bit insane, unstable, dangerous, because she plays with grenades like they're nothing. She just pulls out the pin, waits like almost 3 seconds, then throws them out in the abyss and explode almost immediately. If she'd waited
She's
like
a psycho.
half a second,
psycho.
no, she's not. If she waited like a half a second less or more, it would have exploded her head. And also, you see that she has
psychotic.
2 dolls of Milo and Clagger, so the 2 guys she killed
The haunter.
by accident, and they just hang around there. Milo is on the couch over there, and Clagger somewhere else. So you see her trauma and the voices that she's hearing of those guys. You see all the mental problems.
Yeah, I like that. I like that angle. I actually do like that angle. It's cool. I feel like that angle has earned more because you see the first act. If you didn't see, if you just met her character, this is the thing that I don't like about storytelling.
So
if you just see
you're
a
saying
character,
episode 4 makes more sense because you've seen episode 1 till 3.
Shut your mouth. Yes, Anthony, that's what I'm trying to say.
Dude, you're right. You're right.
But what I also mean is, when you see characters, this is the thing with film, difference between film and TV, and I think the different way you've got to tell storytelling is series is you can earn moments like that. You can have that backstory if you're into the story and don't just want to see an hour and a half of action or whatever. I think it just builds the character way more. So I was more appreciative, and having not liked her character at the start, I then appreciated that because of now how cool her character is. Cool in the sense of she's intriguing, not cool as in it's cool that she's tormented and she's crazy. Cool as in now she's a very intriguing character, and they just did a great job of portraying that, I think.
Yeah, so you're totally right, by the way. You're totally right, by the way. But so like I said, I think they've done a great job at character building all the characters with a lot of love. And I think we've already said that when we're doing Moon Knight, like the thing that makes something good or a character good is being consistent in motivation and character and everything. And every character's motivation has been very clear from the get-go. And I think that what it is what makes us feel like the characters are actually characters and makes us care about the characters. And I think they've done a great job at that.
Yeah, they did. They have, and that's why I feel like I've been getting more into, like, realizing how good the story is and how good the storytelling is. It's awesome.
So because I've rewatched Arcane. Like, I haven't watched this season after it came out for this week, because this week I just watched those 3 episodes 2 times, and I think it's so worth it to rewatch the series because you pick up a lot more than I did like on the first go. Because what's the picture after this one?
I just want to touch on what you said there in a second too.
Oh yeah, can you go back
where
to
she's doing more detective work. Yeah. You know how you said when you rewatch something you pick up so much more. Like I know I've probably talked about it before, but me and Lani have rewatched Dune 1 and 2 again, because I got this Al-Gahib in, and when you rewatch things, you pick up, like, we were noticing things in Dune 1 and Dune 2 again that you just don't pick it up when you watch it once. You just don't get it. Like, there's a scene in the first Dune where they go to check on, when they first get to Arrakis, and they go to check on this spice harvester, and there's a worm coming and the machine can't lift it up. and they need to evacuate the guys. And Paul goes over to look, and he drops down to the sand, and he's just like, he's got the spice, and he's just like zoning out. And Josh Brolin comes back to get him, and he just says, "I recognize your footsteps, old man." It's just so random, right? And then in number 2, in the second film, when he jumps up from the sand and gets him, he's like, "I recognize your footsteps, old man." It was just like these things that they were dropping in that don't make sense the first time you watch it, I don't feel like. And then the second time you're like, holy shit, like, well, I mean, it's like the 5th or 6th time for us. But like, it took me that many times to pick up.
You're insane, dude.
But I think we love it, bro. We love it. But
to be fair, I think the writing on Arcane it's a lot more deeper than that, dude.
Don't.
Because like,
it's a series and it's a movie. They're different. Don't do it. They're both good.
I think the writing is very, dude, is better. But because, like Anthony. I said, I drew like a parallel with The Last of Us. With
Listen, I gave.
Let's cut you off
with the theme being love, and the things that you do for love, and the ugly side of love, and Jayce coming from not the best family.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
AJ knows. AJ knows.
He's become like the man of progress, and he's become like a brother to Victor in their venture into Hextech and into improving the world. But he started out as wanting to improve civilization, and that's his dream. But it's become a lot bigger now. He's become the face of progress now of Piltover. I don't know if you've seen Mel already, and that we just skipped the frames, or that Mel enters later.
I don't know if I got that one. I'll just touch on what Lakagi says. He controls Shimmer, controls the universe. I know what
he controls Hextech.
Yeah, but I can play this reference right now.
I understood that reference.
Okay, so before the speech,
he controls the spice, Anthony. The spice.
Before the speech, shut up, John. Before the speech,
I'm just vibing over here, guys. I'm just vibing. Anthony's trying to tell a story, and he's trying to interrupt my vibe.
I'm trying to steal your thunder, dude. So before the speech, Heimer sits in one ear, and Heimerdinger says, "You need to temper this. These new inventions will be ready in like 10 years before they're safe." Because Heimerdinger has lived for over 300 years, and he's seen the Rune Wars, and he knows what progress can do, or what the Arcane can do. In his other ear, Mel wants him to do like the most outrageous thing he could come up with, just to show the progress they've made. Because Mel wants to have, I want to say power, but she just wants to prove herself to the Madara family that she matters.
That's right.
And Jayce is her vehicle to creating something that matters. So she's just ambitious, like in a House of Cards kind of way. While Jayce just wants to have progress at this point to improve society, which is a different thing. But they both want Hextech. So his problem now is showing off the Atlas Gauntlet and laser, or not, and he decides not to. So he decides to go Heimerdinger's way, and then Mel is pissed off and leaves.
Yeah, which is good because it sets up what happens later.
Yeah,
which we can talk about when he gets there, I guess. Then you've got, what's her name again? I forgot.
Caitlin.
Of
course you forgot. Show the gazelle. we should have like a Dory one.
Yes, Lakagi, can you get us a Dory one? I know I keep asking so many things of you. Anthony's going to send you a figure. Don't worry, it's all good.
What an absolute gazelle.
Dude, you'll forget to click the video anyway.
Shit.
Do I have a Dory video?
Do I? I don't remember.
Do I? Okay.
So I love that she uses them. I love that she uses the monkey because that's just a representation of her torment, right? The monkey's the thing that had the bomb that killed everybody. Yeah. So I love that. I love that she does that. That's a cool, very cool thing that they do. But she's doing detective work. She's trying to find it, and then boom.
Wait,
she gets
go back.
blown up. And then we go to the next episode. And
Oh, dude, you're insane. Okay, so Caitlin is stationed outside. There's like a Progress Day fair, so everyone's being happy and happy Progress Day. And outside the fair is a tent, and in the tent, suddenly there's a fire. And the enforcers go. They should be keeping like the peace and security, but they go check out the fire and just extinguish it. And then they hear like a little girl's voice. Oh shit! I'm on fire. I need to. Please, someone help me. And then the voice says, I lit this tent on fire and I brought dynamite, and so the tent explodes with like all the enforcers inside. So all of Caitlin's colleagues, well, not all, but a lot of her colleagues are dead by Jayce. And she knows it's Jayce because of the ape.
Yes, because of that. Boom.
Yeah.
Which is cool because that sets up some stuff too. What have I got from here? Then these guys, they're all upset because it was their, they know that the hex was used.
No. So, the tent being on fire was just a diversion. Yo, Renz, play Hawkeye.
Renz is in there.
Play Hawkeye.
Yeah, I got a new one. Hopefully this isn't as loud because look how you gave me a new one. Oh, now it has no volume.
It wasn't loud.
I couldn't hear it at all.
No, me neither. But
sorry,
the problem is the tent was a diversion because in the chaos of the tent being on fire, someone stole the hex gem. So now the hex gem is gone. So and there were casualties and they lost the hex gem.
That's right. This dude, the Aussie voice guy, he's got more to add soon enough. This is a cool shot. Like I just love how they filmed her scenes even, and the voice actress from Ella Purnell, I think.
Yeah.
Look at me go. I love how she does the voice. I just like this picture. I like this, like just how crazy she is, and all the colors and.
Yeah. So maybe the last thing ever.
Somewhere, just not here. I've still got the louder one, but it looked like he was thinking of Anthony's ears. He
just roasted me on ears, maybe. But so Jinx got the gem because first Silco says, "What the hell did you do?" Because now the enforcer will be all over us because Piltover can't let this happen, and they will come down on us hard, even harder than before. And Jinx says it was all worth it because now we have the Hextech gem. And she gives Silco like this big hug, which kind of disarms him. And then I was thinking, Silco might have thought that he was playing Jinx before, but I think Jinx is playing Silco even more because she knows how to work him.
Yeah, that's true. Then we come to Caitlin. Jayce hears about it. He comes to check on it, and she's doing some more detective work, trying to figure out what's going on. I think this is near the last slide. Let me just check.
Oh,
yeah. So
these are
the last two slides.
Yeah.
That's the.
So if you go back, so Jayce comes in with flowers because So, dude, one forward, please. Yeah. So no, dude.
What's that?
Bye-bye.
Sorry. Okay.
I should have done
it's all good, Lukagi. You do so much.
Thanks anyway. So Jayce comes in with flowers because it seems like he wants to be more than brother sister with Caitlin, which she like totally just ignores because she's only wanting to do this CSI work, which is pretty cool because back when she was at the shipyard, she was just doing CSI work, and now you can see what she's put together because she links every one of those things with Jinx.
Yeah, I actually really like her character. Like her character coming up, I'm like, is she going to be a main character? Like, is she becoming more of a main character?
I think they're all kind of main characters.
Okay, well, she's definitely in it more. But at first, I wasn't sure. Like, because she wasn't in it much when in the first act, and then she's all of a sudden in it from this episode on, which makes more sense in the next, not the next slide, but the slide after, that we get a bit more backstory on her.
Yeah, well, she's always been like a main character, and I think they all are. If you look at the game only, there's always been a thing with Kate, Vi, and Jinx, the trifecta. It's always been like a meta thing.
What's Lukagi saying? The scene with the fire reminded me of Spider-Man when Green Goblin pretended to be an old lady wrapped in a blanket.
Yeah.
You know what? Funny you say that. I literally just watched that again the other day for the 15,000th time. Because that's how I do. That's how I do. It was when I did a row. I'm watching things when I row because I'm back on my fitness journey.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. That's so funny you said that, Lukagi. Hilarious. So then we end the episode. To end episode 4, we then get to see Vi for the first time, I'm pretty sure. I can't believe I missed that picture. My bad. We see Vi in prison. She's super jacked now.
Yeah, because Caitlin wants to look up the guy who's like who has also been shot by Jinx when they were burning the cargo, and when she like freaked out, and she thought, okay, he's been shot, so he must be cooperating. He'll probably cooperate because he's been shot by Jinx. But it turns up that he can't talk because another inmate just broke his jaw. And then she goes to check who that inmate is, and it's Vi.
Yeah, very cool. So then, boom, that kind of sets the stage for this next block. Then we start episode 5 with some
5,
background.
2 of Act 2.
Yeah.
Everybody wants
episode
to be
5, Act 2 of Act. Yeah. And we get the backstory on Caitlin a bit more. So that's her mother. Her mother's the one that was talking to. That's not her mother.
This is Grayson. This is like this is a few years back. This is like the sheriff of the enforcers.
Okay. Maybe so this is the one that like gets her into being an enforcer, essentially, is what you're saying. Or
I don't know.
Am I getting there? Am I anywhere near?
Maybe. We just know that she's an enforcer and Kate is a good shot, and they're having like a contest. That's all you know.
Okay. Boom. Then we cut back to normal time, and Caitlin has come to see Vi, who looks kind of sad here. What's the next slide? So just so everybody knows, she's sad. She's in jail.
No, dude. Wait, no, dude. You're
and then we move on to
dude. Go back. Okay, so Caitlin
back
says,
this one. This one.
No, this one's good.
This one. Okay.
So, in the previous slide, you get to know that Caitlin is a very good shot, and now Caitlin is over here interrogating the prisoner, what she thinks, because she broke the jaw of the other inmate, and she says, "Do you know something about this?" And she shows the picture of the monkey. So Vi instantly recognizes that it's Jinx, and Caitlin calls her Jinx, and Vi is startled, and she says, "I can get some information on where she is." She's not saying that it's Powder or that it's her sister. She just says, "I can get you some information where Silco is," because Caitlin assumes that Jinx is working for Silco, but I can't get it from inside this prison.
So, okay, question. Has she been in jail since the end of Act 1 when she got caught?
Yeah. So your time jump, the progress, she's been in jail all that time. It seems like she's been getting daily treatments of guards going into her cell and beating her up.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that at first. I thought maybe it had been some time, but she had been caught and thrown in prison. But so she's actually been in prison the whole time. Damn. Okay, that makes more sense now. I don't remember what this bit was, to be honest. I just threw the picture in there. It's Jayce, right?
Is it the funeral?
What was this shot? Oh, the funeral for the
enforcers,
dudes that got blown up. Yeah, the enforcers that got blown up. I actually can't remember why I put that in there. Let's see. Then we cut to
because you see Marcus and his daughter, and you see that Marcus actually respected Grayson, who was like the sheriff, and now he's been made sheriff because he was like the second in command after Grayson.
Yeah, that's right.
And he tells his daughter, which I kind of thought maybe Maddie, but we learned that her name is Ren, so it's not Maddie. He says that she was a good woman, so we get to know that he actually respected what she stood for, and she stood for like honesty and peace in Piltover and so on. She was like the sheriff that had the deal with Vander to keep the
That's
peace.
right. She's the one that had the deal with Vander. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. So she was in that explosion. I don't remember her being in the explosion.
Which explosion?
Is that what killed her? The explosion?
No. She got killed by Decker being on Shimmer in Act 1.
In Act 1.
But
okay.
he just visits her after the funeral for the guys that got killed. And he has moral issues with what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because she got to have a deal with Vander, which was, he was a good guy, as opposed to now he's got to deal with Silco, which is he's dealing with a bad guy. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Then we cut ahead to, I think this is
Jinx's workshop again. So I think we first see a montage of Jinx being very comfortable with the Hextech gem, and her finding out more about it, because she also has Jayce's diary with all the directions on how to use the Hextech gem.
Oh, I didn't realize that she had the diary. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, so she took the diary. But this is back to Victor. Victor was working.
What's the next slide?
I had to jump. I didn't get all of the ones he sent me.
Okay.
So that's
Can you go
back in the city.
So two things are happening here at once. So you see the story of Victor, and you see the story of Jayce and Mel. And at the same time, Jayce's blood is penetrating the Hextech core, and Victor's blood, and Jayce is having sex with Mel at the same time. So where Jayce used to be like a brother to Victor in exploring the Hextech and making the universe better, Victor is getting worse and worse in his illness. In his health. He's coughing up blood. The blood comes into the hex core, and then you see the hex core corrupting. You don't know why it's being corrupted yet, but you do see the blood of Victor and the hex core merging, and you also see Jayce and Mel merging.
That's right.
Work. Dude,
off to work. Peace out, Rens.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. So that's a good point, because as Jayce gets pulled into, it's interesting, like he's getting pulled into all these things that he didn't really want to get pulled into. But as anybody with power comes great responsibility. You have to go and do more things.
Yeah, because
with great power comes great responsibility. So Jayce has been pulled away.
Played Gazelle.
No, how dare you?
Okay, is he made a counselor yet already? A council member? Maybe after.
Yeah, not sure.
But you're right. He's being pulled into things more than just.
So he's not there as much. No. Yeah, he's not there, which that's just what I thought would cause a rift between him and Victor. I don't know if that's.
He literally left Victor, because at the speech of Progress Day, Victor was hoping that they were both going to. Jayce was going to present the inventions that he made, and the cool thing, if you watch this back, the cool thing is right before he made the speech, you see Victor standing, and Victor decided that he wanted to stay in the background, and then literally the mug of Jayce just blocks out Victor's view, and you see the man of progress. So you see Jayce just stepping in the forefront, and Victor being left behind.
Why he's left in the shadows, it felt like, because when that happened, I'm like,
literally
be a rift forming. And also, do you think because Jayce didn't mention what the new stuff they'd been working on, that upset Victor because he thinks he's dying, and we get to a point where he gets his leg.
It kind of upset Victor because he knows he's not doing well, and he has so his mind is more on improving the hex tech, so it will be better for like healthcare. While Jayce now has the task of also like securing the hex gates, and making sure that his earlier invention, the hex gates, are safe. So he's been
Because of the
put
attack
more.
and the.
Yeah. So his job as a council member is becoming more and more important, and Mel likes that because Mel wants to have this toy, this toy that's Jayce,
Yeah.
to have her, like her position improved.
They haven't shown, I don't feel like, her being evil yet, if that's the word. I don't feel like they've shown her as being a meddler like that yet at
Yeah,
this
they
point
have.
in the show.
Yeah,
You
they
think
have.
so?
So that's why I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to say I don't know if I picked it up the first time, but they sure did.
Okay. Then we cut back to these girls on a mission. They're back in town. She's getting some food. I remember that. It's just kind of like their mission together. Like they're bonding, I guess, where these two are going to get to know each other going through the underworld, right? And then just see what's the next one.
There's going to be a lot more in this because she already has the red jacket. So I think she
she beat
already
up the guy.
battled. Yeah.
Yeah, she
So I
beat
think
up a guy.
a lot more has happened here as well. But yeah.
They were
So
going through the city, and then she saw that it was that guy picking on him, or he saw that guy, and she goes, "I like your jacket." And she
yeah.
took
So
the jacket.
basically, first, Caitlin gets like a court order, or like an order approved by Jayce, or at least it seems like it's approved by Jayce. So she gets custody of Vi. So Vi gets out of jail under her custody, and officially it's actually Jayce's custody. And it's all to find Silco and Jinx. So they have the same mission for different reasons. At first, it seems like Vi wants to escape Caitlin, but she kind of doesn't. And
she keeps up with her when she gets there. Yeah, that's right.
Well, not really, but a bit. And then they get like more befitting clothing to blend in.
That's right.
So
is this jacket iconic for her, or
sorry?
Is this jacket iconic?
Well, the new skin. I think the new skin has this jacket, but I'll have to check.
Okay. Yeah.
She usually has a jacket, but it's more pinkish.
Yeah. Okay. What I liked about it when she went off and she jumped down all the buildings quite easily. Funny that she could do that after being in prison for many years and not being able to do anything like that. She just did it very easily.
Seems like she's trained a lot because she was jacked after prison.
She was jacked. Yeah, she's kind of butch actually.
Yeah.
Like very, very jacked, masculine.
You don't even know.
I guess. No, I don't mean butch as in our butch, as in she's masculine. But I liked how Caitlin, even though she struggled, she kept up with her, and I'm like, oh, I'm liking this character.
Well, she did, but they fired a bit of a hold up, and then Kate saved her from Sevica.
Yeah,
that was here, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe later.
Then we cut back to Jinx going cuckoo. I love how they do the imagery on the screen as well.
Yeah.
When they show her scenes. Very cool. And what are these tattoos? I haven't really looked at them, but like she's got tattoos all over.
I think it's clouds. I think it's because in Act 1 she said, one day I'm going to fly one of those machines. So I think flying away in freedom and the air machine is like a theme for her. But I love how you see these scratches of these words. You can see Vi, and you can see like a face, I think. And I think in this scene, there were like the voices of Milo and Clugger, but you couldn't hear them. I think you could only see like the scratches.
Yeah, very cool imagery when they show her. And then I can't remember what's going on here. She's
back in the building where the enforcers jumped these guys for the first time, where Vi made like the high score on every place. Like she was 1 till 10th place, I think. And you see Jinx becoming better at pugilism, like Vi. And she doesn't quite get the first score. Vi is still in the first score, but you see her climbing up in the ranks, and her name is. So that was funny. Her name was Powder, But because it's like an arcade, you can only fill in like 3 letters. So it says POW,
Uh,
which is funny
yeah.
because in the game her minigun is called Pow Pow.
Uh,
She has
that's
like
right.
3 guns, and one is called Pow Pow, and the other is Fish Bones, and she talks to the guns because she's crazy in the game as well.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
so the POW is pretty fun to see.
That's cool. That's right. The boxing thing. She still couldn't beat Vi's score, which was, I
Yeah.
thought, funny. Just a reminder, she's the little sister.
Yeah, but still
Essentially.
good.
Yeah,
And this is Mel chatting
we-
up to Jayce
that's
for
right.
her own good.
So does Jayce like Caitlyn, you think, or no?
Not anymore. Now he's into Mel.
Yeah, okay.
Because Mel
Often's
is
in the
way more
house.
receptive. Been here the whole time. I don't believe you. Pixar didn't
Lies.
happen. Lies.
Lies.
No.
That was actually pretty good, dude.
Can't go wrong with you. I've got more practice. I'm on point, bro.
Mike
I got
phasing out.
some organization. Yeah, I got some organization. No.
Mike phasing out. Classic John.
After a short trip from Montana. Rip. Oh, I need a Yellowstone. I gotta find a Yellowstone clip. Something cool from Rip.
Yellowstone.
Often. We need it. We need a Rip clip. We need a Rip clip often. Come on. So what's going on here again? Wait, let me just see what the next one is. Back to him.
Yeah, I think he is talking about the struggles with the Heimerdinger not wanting to out all the inventions, and she's talking him into being the greatest he can be.
She's risen him up.
Yeah, she's manipulating Jayce to be his puppet, not to be her puppet, basically.
Okay.
This is very Game of House of Cards. House of Cards, kind of ish.
Okay. Andre's in the house. What's up? It's true. I can confirm Often has been in the whole time. Both of you guys
It's
just
backup
hiding.
common guy.
And then they entered together.
Together.
What's
Yeah,
up?
they were
Good to
selling
have you back.
floaties in Montana, probably.
Oh, shit. Okay, so she's risen him up. Then I'm trying to remember what happened with him here. Oh, God, it's been so long. It was like 4 or 5 days ago when I watched this.
Dude, I don't know
So
if this
long.
Picture. A lot has happened because he learned from Marcus that Vi is
That's
still
right.
around. Is it this
He's
one?
learnt from Marcus. I think Marcus came and talked to him about Jinx blowing up the thing she blew up.
The 10.
Right? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Could be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
think-
yeah. So Marcus is there,
think so.
and he's remorseful after good often. He's been remorseful more and more about him being involved with Silco, and Marcus says this has been going on long enough, and Silco hands him a grenade as like fake proof that the firelight blew up the tent. So the
That's
firelights
right. That's
blew up the airship, and they blew up the tent. So Marcus, case closed, and Marcus is out
Yeah,
of trouble.
that's right.
And then
Yeah, and
you
he
see
knows
like
it.
a little flash of Marcus blowing himself up. So thanks, off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Then we cut to Victor not doing so good. Do we know what
Bad
he's
news.
sick of? Sick with?
No,
Or
we just
he's
know
just
that he's
sick?
not at this point. We just know that he coughs blood and he has a limp all his life. In the next episode, you hear a bit more about his illness.
Yes, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll have to have you remind me. And then we're getting to she's fighting the second. What's this chick's
Sevica.
name again?
Sevica.
Yeah. So she comes across Vi. They have a big battle.
Oh,
I didn't
dude.
get
So
to
they've been to a brothel. And there she hears about Jinx. And then the owner says, "I'm number 2 is like a regular here, so we know where she is." And you can see Sevica playing over there, and then Vi interrupts.
That's right. Quite abruptly. That's a good
Tiger
pose too.
knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they battle a bit more. She kicks her ass, and then
And
Caitlyn
then
also.
Caitlyn shoots like the shimmer off
That's
of her
right.
arm. Yeah.
That's right. Because she gets her arm jacked up, doesn't she?
Yeah.
That's right.
So the shimmer bumps into her arm, and then she's like berserk, a bit
So,
controlled.
but it doesn't affect her, right? It just affects the
Yeah,
arm.
just a little bit, just a little bit. So most goes into her arm, but you see like
Yeah.
a little bit of a shimmer glimpse in her eye when it
Mm.
does, and that just
Yeah.
powers up the arm, and then she's good to go.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. And then they have a big battle, and then her and Caitlin get. Does she get stabbed or stabbed?
Yeah.
Right?
So so Sevika was winning at first because she had the mechanical arm, and then just like in Act 1, where she had like a bunch of guys to. I love how they are not too on the nose about it, but they do it. And if you figure it out, you figure it out. If you don't, you don't. So in the first act, there was like a bunch of guys, and she's standing on a bridge, which made it a bit easier to fight like a couple of guys. Here she was losing to Sevika, and then all of a sudden she was in a narrow corner, and there Sevika wasn't able to use her arm that much, and then Vi had the upper hand. Then Sevika was winning again, I think, but Caitlin shot the container. And then Sevika told Vi about Jinx being alive, and then Vi is stunned because she thought Jinx would be gone. And then in that moment, she got stabbed by Sevika.
And Lakagi says, "Is this where Vi learns about Jinx helping Silco? Does she learn that?
Yeah, that's what I
think
said.
Maybe
Sevika says she's like his daughter.
That's right. She's like his daughter, and then stabs her. And
yeah.
She's always getting. I've noticed Vi in these in this episode and the next one, she's always getting jacked up, always getting beat up. She's taking hits.
That's her theme, being beat up.
Oh, is it? Okay. Wait, is this the last? I'm just checking. So these are the last two of that episode.
Yeah.
This time she's playing with the.
It's over here. Yeah, with the Hextech gem.
Yeah.
Because just before she just couldn't, because she when she saw the Hextech gem, she was thinking about the time that her Hextech crystal blew up her friends. So she got PTSD every time that she tried to do something and she couldn't work through it. And Silco helped her by killing Powder, which is like a baptism into being Jinx and killing off the old Powder. And now she's able to find progress in Hextech Gem, and she revels in it, I guess.
Yeah, she's reveling. Meanwhile, he's not. I can't remember why he was not happy. Is it because
I think because
the other one.
Sevika should be cleaning up her mess, and she didn't. I think that's
okay.
it.
Yeah, and that's how the episode
With more
ends.
slides, it's easier.
Yeah. So then we get to episode 6, which is the one I watched yesterday. So this is more fresh in my mind. Watch out. We get a bit of backstory. I love how at the start of the last episode, you get a bit of background on Caitlin. This one, you get a bit of background on Victor. I like how they've kind of done that. How they've introduced. We still don't know why he's sick, right? Though, but like, what is it? We know he's an inventor. He's built this little boat.
Yeah.
Now he looked up at a girl. I didn't put that picture in, but there's a girl that looks down on him. Is that
Sky? No, she's Sky. We didn't know anything. No.
I thought it was a younger version of her at first.
It's a Zon girl.
Okay. Oh, he finds out Vi's alive. That's why he's pissed.
Yeah, because Marcus told him that Vi was dead.
From the dead? Okay, so he's pissed. The assistant in the lab.
Yeah. I don't think Sky
that's later.
Already. Yeah.
Yeah, that's later.
I think you only see Sky as a child up to this point.
And that's the one that's looking down on him here.
Yeah.
So I should have added that picture. That's why I often put it in there. Sorry, babe.
Just use all of Often's pictures. Make things a lot easier.
There's so many. But also it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time last night before.
Can you go back to the first one?
Yes.
Yeah. So we learned that Victor came from Zon, so from the Underworld. We learned that he has had a limp all his life. His hands were fine because he was able to build the boat, and later on his hands weren't that fine anymore. And we know that he met the Doctor, Singed.
This dude.
So you see Singed, and he is also an inventor, and he created a corruption that he wants to keep alive at all costs.
Yeah. So what is this mutation? Do we learn about this? Like,
Yeah,
it's
so we
very
learn
like
that we see these plants which are purple, so they have to do like an organic form of shimmer or like the
Mhm.
basis of shimmer.
Um,
And he feeds those plants to this thing, and
mhm.
it's been mutating because of those plants.
Ever since.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Now, is this the first time we've seen this guy? I feel like he reminds me
No,
of
this
someone
is like the
else.
doctor who is over at Silco. So when
That's right.
Jinx
Who in,
says you should give the gem to the doctor, he meant this guy. And this guy has
uh,
been experimenting with the chemicals in shimmer.
okay. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, so we get a little bit of backstory on Victor, then we cut to real time with Victor. Um, and he's worried. I got the impression like, he's worrying about his legacy here. He's thinking I felt like he was more upset because Jayce didn't announce the new things they were working on, and he feels like the
So there are a
progress
couple
that
of
he wants to
things.
make
A couple
is
of things
not
I
getting.
think. I think one, he's a bit sad that his relationship with Jace is diminishing.
Mhm,
Also because that means that Jace won't be doing as much inventing as he's doing more council stuff, which
mhm,
makes that the progress that those two will make, it'll take a lot longer.
mm,
Which is a problem because he's known now that he's terminal, so he needs Hextech to improve, so medical healthcare would improve, so he could live.
which is fair enough.
Yeah.
And then Humdinger has a good old talk to him. I know it's Heimdinger. Heimdinger, Humdinger. I think Humdinger sounds.
Heimerdinger.
Yeah, Humdinger sounds cool too, though.
It could be
Humdinger
Heimerdinger.
comes along. Yeah,
In
comes and has a
300
talk to him.
years, maybe the name just changes a bit.
Yeah,
It
maybe.
happens.
He walks like I walk, hands behind the back. I walk like that. I walk like an old
He
man.
is
When
you,
I'm
dude.
walking through a shopping center, I have my hands behind my back.
He even has the
Just
same
like
hairstyle.
that hurts. That hurts. So that's a good contrast here. So he's all alone, sad, gets a pep
Yeah.
talk while he's hanging with his woman,
Yeah, this is wisdom
stressing
to you.
about um, all the burdens that he's getting now. I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of
and
inevitable for people like him that they get pulled in all these extra directions, which can take
yeah,
them away from their original vision.
yeah.
Right? I feel like.
So his vision was introducing Hextech for everyone to improve everyone's lives, which was Victor's vision as well. But Victor just has just more into that game because it's his life as well.
Mm. It kind of sucks that like someone like him just can't do what he's good at. He has to get pulled into something that he's not good at.
Well, he's
That's
good
where
at
problem.
this as well, as we see maybe later on, I guess.
Yeah.
He's also good at doing the politics thing. Um, um, yeah, and we also see that Mel
Oops.
succeeded in getting him.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Fair enough. Then he's all Victor's alone again, and this is where he touches it, right? So this was cool. He realized that he
So
touched it.
before, so in the last episode, you saw that his blood went into the hex core. So, and
Mhm.
you also seen that the hex core, well, they found out the hex core is sentient, so it adapts to things and it thinks. And once the blood came into the hex core, it corrupted from the inside, and now it's just reacting. He already saw that it could react to organic things like plants, but now it's reacting
Mhm.
to Victor as well, and it probably has to do with the blood being inside of it.
Yeah. So you think it's this? I feel like this is setting up something big with him, with Victor. I
Yeah.
think he's got a bigger part to play. I feel like.
Yeah.
Um,
So, and when you saw the inside of the hex core, you saw it from being purple and bright to being a
mhm.
lot darker and look nasty looking, but you don't know exactly why it also looks as nasty as it does.
Mm. In the game, is this thing in the game like this, like, or is it
So
just?
Hextech is like a gacha system, or Hextech is just in-game.
Yeah.
How do you call it? In-game purchases.
Okay,
just for silly things like skins and other aesthetics.
that's cool. That's cool. So I can't remember. I know I just watched it, but so she.
I
Hey,
love how
look.
you had for episode
Hey,
2 you had the excuse like, oh, dude, this was
yeah,
like a couple of
look,
days ago. This is a long time ago. Okay,
yeah,
now we're
look,
in episode 6. This was yesterday.
yeah,
I can remember this.
look.
I got this.
Hear me out. Hear me out. That I think I skipped a slide where she comes in and has a complaint to Silco, and she
Mhm.
overhears it. Is that right? And then when she gets her alone, she does this to her. So she
Yeah.
kills her here, right? Doesn't she kill her?
She hangs
I feel
her.
like she
I
does.
think she
Yeah, yeah. I think she.
No, she doesn't kill her. She doesn't kill her. She just hangs her. So what happens is that she thinks so Sevika thinks she's going to Silco, and
Uh-huh.
Jinx has booby trapped the room with gas, and she has a gas mask. And when
Mhm.
Sevika wakes up, she's inside the chair,
That's right. Yeah, she gasses her.
and she's
Then he.
into. Oh wait. The reason that Jinx did this because she found out that Vi is alive because she heard from Silco,
That's
who
right.
heard from Marcus, that Vi is dead. So she's
Yeah.
flustered as well, and she just wants to go. She wants to get to the bottom of this,
Yeah.
and she
Okay. That's
knows
why
that
she
Sevka
gasses
has
her.
had a battle with Vi, so that's why she goes to Sevka.
Yeah. Okay. That's why she does it. Okay, that makes more sense. That's right. Then he comes to pay a visit to Marcus because
Mm-hmm.
he's threatening him. I thought that was a cool scene, threatening
Yeah,
his kid. Like just what a dick. What an
it's
absolute
ominous.
dick.
It's more than a dick. It's very ominous. He
Yeah.
also has all these kind of innuendos and references to kidnapping his daughter and killing their daughter and doing all
Mm,
kinds of stuff, but in a fun way,
yeah. Yeah.
playing with his daughter. Sorry.
just playing with that. I mean, Marcus handled it pretty well. Sorry, pardon me. Marcus handled it pretty well, I thought,
Yeah, but
considering.
Silco is onto him. Silco knows that Marcus is folding, and he has moral problems, more and more.
Mm, yeah, that's true. Then we go to Heimerdinger. I like this picture. I put that in there because he's about to. This is Anthony kidnapping a daughter in a fun way.
You know
In a
how we
fun
do.
way.
You know how we
In a
do.
fun way.
We kidnap people, but we do it in a fun way.
We do it in a fun way. Yeah, yeah.
We might
Anthony's not
screw you
a
over,
freaking.
but we do it in a
Anthony's
fun
not a
way.
criminal at all, guys. Not at all. Figure posing 2025. Yes, Anthony's not
So I think this
a
is over at the
madman.
council.
This is right
Because
before, because I think I've got. Hang on, let me just go ahead. So that's the council.
oh yeah,
So
okay,
we've still got a
okay.
bit.
So
This
this
was
is
him
when
telling
Jayce is
Jayce.
made.
Boom.
I think this is Jayce being made into a council member, right?
No, this bit
Oh.
is him telling Jayce. So Jayce tells him the advancements that Victor has made by touching it, and
Oh, this was
he's
the
like,
plan.
"I'm
Yeah,
shutting
yeah,
this
yeah.
down."
Yeah. So
Look, guys, just don't.
Victor
I've got
shows.
this. I've got this.
Victor shows to Jayce that the Hextech core is sentient and it can interact with organic stuff. But when it does, the plant grows like in a second, and then it withers again, and that happens to everything that Victor has used. And then Jayce says, "We need to show this to Heimerdinger because it's amazing." And Heimerdinger sees it, and he's lived for 300 years, so he has seen the Rune Wars, where all of Runeterra was in like an apocalypse, kind of, because of mages and runes and magic. So he sees the core, and it immediately reminds him of everything he saw in the Rune Wars, and he says to Jayce, "You need to destroy it. And if you don't want to destroy it, I'll destroy it anyway," because he's the head of the council. So he could.
That was his mistake. I think this scene is good because this is his mistake and what leads to his downfall.
Yeah, so Jayce has been made a counselor before this already.
Yes, so he'd been made a counselor, and Heimerdinger messed himself up here.
Yeah.
Then we come back to Caitlin. Now, this dude here, this little backstabbing snake traitor, who is he again? I can't remember.
He's Huck. So in the first 3 episodes, you see in the last drop, you see this guy dealing with some goons. I I think, who worked for Silco, and they weren't paying what they would be paying, so they just backed down on the deal, and then they wanted to kill him, and Vander saved him. So that's why he says later, Vander owes me. I owe Vander because he saved my life.
Yeah. Well, he's a gazelle either way, and he gives
But
her
you also
some.
see that, yeah.
He gives her Shimmer, right? So this is what I was going to say. So Shimmer, she uses Shimmer to fix Vi.
Yeah, wait. So Vi's been stabbed, probably lethally. So they need to find a doctor, and doctors are hard to find. And this guy says, "But I know someone else who can help." And the one that helps, she helps with things like this, and he shows his head, and his head is all shimmered up. So that's what happens when you're like a drug addict, addicted to shimmer. You just deform horribly in a purple kind of way. So he uses it as a drug, as a psychotrope.
Recreation.
Yeah, well, recreation. But he's addicted now. But he says you can use it in other ways as well.
Yeah, okay. So she gets that from him. That's following this. So their storyline isn't as prevalent through this episode. It's more these guys that we're focusing on. Then Marcus brings the bomb that's made by
fake evidence
to Jayce. Yep.
The fake evidence, which is actually by Jinx, but Silco says you should say it's from the Firelights, because then they'd have like a common enemy, and they could go after the Firelights, which would be good for Silco.
That's right. And Jayce is going to be none the wiser to it, right? I would say he's not his field to be in. This is the problem when people get put in positions like this and they know nothing about what they're all the things that they need to be around. People like Marcus can take advantage of that.
Yeah, well, it's the problem of corruption, really.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Corruption. Yeah. What are we doing in a fun way?
Yeah, we do it in a fun way. Tracking his story during the series is quite interesting. It is. Yeah, I like all aspects of the story. I like how they don't just focus on one character all the time; that they're focusing on many different characters. That's how you build a world.
Yeah, but look how he means Huck. I think.
Do you mean Huck? Oh, well, okay, fine then. Okay. I'm sorry, are we boring you?
Don't yawn.
No, I didn't sleep much, and I'm very tired.
Because you were so excited for Act 2, right?
I'm excited to watch the next couple of episodes.
Cool.
Now, the Act 3 of Season 1. I can't wait to watch that now. Then we get to the council. Then Jayce betrays Hummingbird Dinger,
Hummingbird,
Hummingbird, Harbabajinga, Gazanga.
Gazanga.
Shit.
Okay. Heimer, Dinger, or Heimer.
I think it's established that I can't pronounce things very well. I just had my second episode of my new podcast. Shameless plug.
What's the channel called? Just start with that.
The Create the Courage podcast. Come on, Anthony. You haven't even subscribed, have you? Have you? How dare you? I need the subscriptions. Let's go. We're building it up. I'm getting guests. Come on. And
let's go.
Like a gazelle, I literally mispronounced his name in the start of the show like an absolute gazelle. It was so embarrassing.
Did you yawn as well?
I didn't yawn, but I didn't do that show at 5:30 in the morning. It's early for me. Okay. Create the courage to pronounce.
I'm a dinger.
Hamburger. Hammond. Get to the chopper. Just stare at the mask.
Dude, you're so roasted. Create the courage.
Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. All right, we'll do it.
Got it! Oh, that's hot.
So the politics of this, the House of Cards side of this is that when the incident happened at the Hex Gates, Jayce was ready to throw out all Hextech, shut the gates, the Hex Gates, and seize all experiments. So Heimerdinger thought, okay, this guy is willing to throw everything on the line just for peace of Piltover and the safety of Piltover. So he must be okay. So that's why I think he also agreed to have Jayce on the console when it was proposed. Now the council has, well, they have different motives, because there's a guy who just gets rich off of trades. So the hex gates need to be open, because then you can trade again, and he's trading with Noxus, which is the Madonna family's region. The guy with the kids game, with the kids puzzle, Mel gave the guy like the kids puzzle. He's still holding the kids puzzle. So he'll just vote anything that Mel will vote. Mel will vote anything that Jayce will vote, especially when it'll give her more power or more opportunity for power, because her goal all along was being more powerful, because in the Madonna family or in Hall of Noxus, you're only important if you have power. So she just wants to prove to her family that she has power. Concentrate. Focus. Please concentrate when you watch episode 7.
I'm focusing.
Okay, so
I got this.
So they all voted to have Heimerdinger off of the council. So he was the head of the council, and now they all vote him out, which is like the worst betrayal ever.
Worst betrayal ever. But also, in a way, that is life. And, Jayce,
we do it in a fun way.
We do it in a fun way. Look, he can go. Why shouldn't he go retire? Go live your life. If it's all going to end, go and have some fun before it all. If you think it's going to end.
And they do it in a fun way, because you see like the beams of light that come out of the.
Very dramatic.
Say, you can enjoy your retirement now.
Yeah.
Look at you out in a fun way.
Like, is this a kind of negative turn for Jayce? Is this what I'm seeing, or are we seeing him just become more of a leader and making decisions for progress? Is he going to be a Thanos, basically? Is he Thanosing? Is he Thanosing right now? Is he thinking he's doing good, but he's going to do bad?
This is going to be like an if you know thing next couple of weeks. But
I feel like Jayce is going down a dark path.
Like,
I'm calling it.
So the cool thing is not about being evil or being good. He thinks that improving Hextech is the way to go. You will find out. That's the thing. Yeah, you will find out. But he thinks we need to improve Hextech for a couple of things. One, he wants to appease Mel. Two, he sees the opportunity that Hextech gives everyone. So also the working class and also Zone, but Victor's also dying, so he also wants to save his friend.
JB not. JB not.
Maybe JB not.
Now, this is for often. Often is Hummingbirger, Hummingdinger, Humminbringer. Is he Dutton? Is he John Dutton, who doesn't want the ways to change? And is Jayce the people trying to take his land? Let me know in the chat.
Okay, dude.
Often we'll get that.
Remember what I said about the Rune Wars. Heimerdinger knows about the Rune Wars. He knows about how like an entire world gets destroyed. He just recognizes that in Hextech, and that's why he doesn't want the Hextech.
I get the smiley face. He is. Hummindinger is John Dutton. Okay. This scene, I'm trying to remember. This is where Caitlin gives Vi the shimmer.
I think this is where Vi punches the beams so they get out of being ambushed.
Oh, that's right. After she gets given the shimmer, which it heals her, right? So the shimmer will heal you if delivered in a particular way. Okay, so that's good to know. But so how do they know the dose that can save you and not turn you into a jacked monster? Well,
that's the doctor. The doctor made that for her. So she trades her gun for the medicine, and the medicine helps her. It's not them that know it. The doctor made a drink.
Okay, I have a plot hole then that I would like to propose to you all.
Probably not, dude.
No, just I think I've just figured something out. I've just figured a plot hole out that I want to share with you, and I think that I've just found a mistake. So
statistically,
she can get
a memory
shimmer.
hole. Memory hole. There's a higher chance to be better than the plot hole. Okay.
Okay. she gets Shimmer to fix a stab injury. It just heals her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why can't Victor use it to get better?
Yeah.
Where's my clip? Where's my
could
clip?
not-
Where's my clip?
Got him! Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I just
Okay,
burned
so-
the show.
No, not really. But I think it
Managed.
would be kind of spoilery to. I don't know if it's this episode or later,
Okay.
but it's a different disease. I can tell you. You know when he was younger and he was with the doctor,
With the doctor.
with the corruption.
mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm,
when you inhale enough of Shimmer in some form, even it's like a small form, something happens in your blood. And I think we learn in one of these 3 episodes that the disease has to do with the fumes coming out of Zahn. So the his disease is made by the corruption, which is made by like the basis of Shimmer.
Okay, so that's the disease that has nothing to do with the leg. I thought it was all kind of tied into his sickness, the leg thing. He just had a bad leg
Yeah.
before then.
It's all tied into
okay.
the same thing because it's progressive. But the origin of the disease is like the poison fumes that are in Zahn, which are also infested in Shimmer.
Is Zahn the mutation?
Brother in Game of Thrones.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
I just said Shimmer in a fun way. There you go.
How did you know often? I just said Shimmer in a fun way, yeah. Because Silco also has like a drop of Shimmer in his eye every time to heal him in his eye.
To heal his eyeball. Yes. That makes sense now. Yes, that makes sense.
I just said Shimmer in a fun way.
I just thought I detected it. I just thought I just did a
Yeah,
detective.
probably not.
Yeah, okay, fine. I loved this sequence. When she was shooting that up and it showed the other 2 around it, I loved that. That was amazing. That was really cool.
So in the first 3 episodes, Vi gave Powder like a blue torch, like the Batman, like the red Batman, like a flare, like a flare
gun. Yeah, like a flare gun, right?
If you ever pull up this flare, I'm gonna find you. Vi said. So
yes, that's right.
Jinx found out
from
Vi's
she
alive.
learned that Vi's alive. Yep.
Yeah, and flies in the underground. So while Vi and Caitlin are fleeing from Silco, she just shoots the flare, and then a bit of powder comes back because you see Malio and Clacker.
Yeah. Bit of Ric Flair. Woo! Bit of Ric Flair. A good old Ric Flair. Now, so once she found out from the chick she tied up and hung up, she's upset. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. She's gonna Sevica. I can't pronounce it. She's upset with Silco, right? So she's upset with him now that he didn't tell her that she was alive, but he didn't know she was alive.
No, but Jinx is paranoid, and she hears voices, so she doesn't know who to trust anyway. So now she thinks Silco's a liar.
Where a big gun. I mean, he would always do the woo when he comes in. Woo! Yeah, that's true. A Ric Flair video would be cool too. Actually, we could do a lot of woos. I could do a lot of woos. And there she is. So I saw because she wrote liar and all that on there. I'm thinking that's before. So I thought she was dead here. So she's not dead. Would have been more cool if she was dead. I just love that.
You will find. I need to type again. I need to log in and type. You will find out. Hashtag you will find out.
Shit. Okay, so Silco comes back and finds her tied up. Now he's obviously like, oh shit, Jinx is upset with me, essentially. Then we find she's dead in a fun way. Like, that's gonna be your new catchphrase. That's your new
catchphrase. Hung in a fun way.
And then so Vi comes back, they find each other, which I thought was pretty cool. At this point, I think I like Jinx more now than Vi. She's more interesting. Not that it's a like thing. I think she's more of an interesting character.
Yes, she is.
Right? So is Vi kind of like the boring, like straight character, and straight as in like, you know, in film you'll have like the funny one, and then the more the person they play off, essentially the straight character. You know, in film you have two characters, and one's like real serious and normal, not boring often, not boring, but one's more intriguing.
You've seen the first 3 episodes, right?
Great.
I quit.
In these last 3 episodes, she doesn't have a lot to do, right? She's kind of like, she gets beat up and then she gets beat up again. Like,
so
what's she
she's
doing?
like the older sister who abandoned her younger sister and thought she was dead, and she just wants to find the sister.
Hashtag fire John. How dare you? How dare you? Well, she needs to show and prove me some interesting things. She needs to get a bit more exciting. That's what I'm saying. Because at the moment she's all sad and mopey and whinging and cancel, John. Come on.
Come on, man.
That's trash. Come on. How'd you get DS in there?
So I thought the tension was pretty cool with Vi and Caitlin running away, and her starting up the flare, and then the flare
that was cool
dying out, and Vi not being there, and you end up seeing that she is there. That was pretty cool.
That's true. That was cool. Then they team up to fight the guys, whoever the guy these dudes are, the hoverboard guys. They're fighting the new Green Goblin from Spider-Man 3. Multiple versions of him on the hoverboards.
No, they're the Firelight guys, right?
Yeah, the Firelight guys, yeah. But they're also Harry from Spider-Man 3 on the hoverboards. That's who they also are.
So
I have not seen them. Maybe he got
maybe you won't get the hot toy. So when Vi and Jinx meet, Jinx really doesn't know what to think. If Jinx is there if Vi is there for the right reasons or not, because she sees Caitlin, and Caitlin is an enforcer, and from Piltover, and they killed their parents, and also Jinx immediately thinks they're there for the Hextech gem. I want to be a Firelight. Yeah,
they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. You know, their masks remind me of Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah, they remind me of Jin, one of the other characters in the game.
A Violet figure. Wait, who's Violet?
Vi.
Oh, Vi.
It's Vi for Violet.
Okay. Oh, shit. That's a clip. That could be a clip. Hey, I've upgraded StreamYard, so I can do clips now. So I'm going to start doing clips to put out there for our show. Maybe it'll, maybe it'll boost our show. Look, we're stepping up our game here. Yeah, don't worry.
Being a pro.
Kind of, maybe.
You're a pro.
Yeah, trying.
But
we're trying.
So they fight off the Firelights. What's the next slide?
Yes.
Because maybe.
I think it's like, he's getting shot at. Take that. See, look, he's literally got the hoverboard from Spider-Man 3. He stole Harry's hoverboard.
Literally.
And it's green, just like it. And this is the last clip. So, wait. Vi gets knocked out again, and then we come to him.
She's like Mando season 3.
She's Mando season 3 right now. In this episode, these last 2 episodes at least, she's Mando. Oh, that's going to irritate often. I'm just messing with you. But she does get knocked out again. She does get knocked out again. Just saying. Yeah. I think that's one of the lines in the game. What's
Vi
the line
for
in the game?
Violet.
Oh, Vi for Violet.
Or maybe maybe. I don't remember.
Vi is for violence. Oh shit. That's also good. So wait, she got knocked out. Did they take her, or she's just knocked out? I can't remember. Did they kidnap her? In a fun way?
I think so. I think they kidnapped both.
Did they? Which is what John will get if he doesn't chill on violence. I think I hit a nerve. I hit a nerve.
Often likes playing Vi.
Okay.
You got to admit she's playing Vi.
Unagi. Okay.
Unagi. Unagi.
Unagi. Salmon skin roll. Oh, Jesus. Classics. Shit. Okay. So, did she get kidnapped though?
I think they were both taken, to be honest.
Because Jinx is there, right? She's over.
No, I mean, Vi and Kate, I thought.
Oh, Vi and Caitlin. Okay.
Could be mistaken.
Well, look, it was a pretty epic episode. Out of the three, I think this was my favorite episode. Out of the three, it's like it builds up. Each bit builds up again, right? I'm assuming that's the way it's going to build up to the finale as well of season 1.
Yeah,
you did understand that reference. All right, I got to play that one more time.
I understood that reference.
The golden days of the MCU. And that's it. We're up to par. We're up to speed. Do I need to call anything else? Is Victor going to betray Jayce? Are they going to fight? I'm calling something happening between them. I'm calling Vi getting knocked out again. Hashtag no, I'm not. But I'm foreseeing, I don't really know where it's going to go. Like at this point, there's 3 episodes left. I have no idea what's going to happen. That's one thing I will say. I don't know where the story's going.
Yeah.
We don't have an end game yet. It's kind of just like things are happening, but what's it happening for? Is that how it's meant to be?
Yeah, I think so.
So like,
as long as it's engaging, right?
Well, there's nothing that they've. You know what I mean? There's no like something's coming, something's happening. We're building up to it. It's all just kind of like things are happening.
Is, though. For me, there are a lot of stories you need to keep track of. So that's why I'm saying the writing. I think the writing in here is pretty. It's a lot deeper than most writing we've seen in a couple of series, because we have the Jayce story, who is trapped between wanting to improve the hack stack or not, being more political or being like an inventor, wanting to save his friends, his dynamic with Victor almost dying, and him finding out something's going on with the hex core, which is kind of like reacting to him somehow, and we want to know what that is and why it's corrupted. We want to know what happens with Silco. I think we kind of want to know what happened with Vi and Caitlin, because remember that Vi and Caitlin got kidnapped here. Then the hex stack gem also got stolen from Jinx, so now the Firelights have the hex stack gem.
The hex stack, yep.
So a lot of things are happening, I think.
A lot of things are happening, but there's no look, I actually am watching often. I actually sit there and watch it. I'm not doing anything in the background. I promise. I'm actually watching it. I'm actually paying attention to it.
Yawning.
No, I'm only yawning because I had like 6 hours sleep, and it's 5:30 in the morning when I started, and that's why.
To be fair, when I watched these 3 again for the first time last week, when I rewatched it, I picked up more than the first time that I watched it, and then I messaged you. There's a lot of things happening in Act 2, and I'm really curious to see what you actually picked up.
So I know there's a lot of things happening, but no one has an end game yet. There's no big bad guy trying to have an end game. Silco's not gonna. We don't know. Silco's not planning to do anything. He's just dealing with situations that come up. There's no clear direction of where it's actually going. There's just, you're right, the story is great and I love it, and I'm okay with it. I'm not picking that as a negative, because that's what Yellowstone's like. In Yellowstone, though, for instance, as a comparison, there's not really a structure to how episodes are. It's an ongoing long story, which is kind of what this feels like. It's like an ongoing story, but the overall theme in Yellowstone is people trying to take his land. And then this overall story is pushing towards how he's stopping them from taking the land. There's lots of things happening here, but no one's going to a particular direction. There's no, we need to get this done by this time or be at this place by then. It's all just, we're just living in the world.
100% disagree with that, because they're all going in a direction. But
so what's Silco's endgame? Yeah, so what's Silco? But they haven't told me. What's Silco's endgame? What's he trying to do?
Look, I think for every character, the motivation is crystal clear. So you also have a direction, but you don't know where the end point of the direction is, which I think is
that's what I'm saying.
Good writing. I think having an end game and already knowing the end game and then not needing to have motivation and character, I think that's lazy writing. So
I'm not disagreeing.
It's just to know characters of people, you get to know the motivation, and then you get to see the journey to carry out the motivation.
Mm. Done. I picked up the advice. Good night. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but do you get what I'm saying? With some shows, you know where the
Well, I
you
get
know
what
where
you're
it's
saying, but I
going.
think what you're missing. So you're missing like a clear end game, but I think having a clear end game is lazy writing.
Really? So, like, if you
Yeah.
think about Avengers, Loki wants to get the Tesseract to bring the army in. That's the setup. That's the setup, and then the movie gets you to that point.
But
You know what I
Avengers
mean?
is pretty lazy writing, right? It's a very cool movie because you love the characters, but the plot is pretty lazy. Look, Marvel, like the Avengers movie, aren't about like the deep plot and they're just freaking cool movies.
I get it. I'm just messing with you. But in just saying that, I have no idea where the story's going. I'm along for the journey, and that's
Yeah.
okay too. That's
Does
like
it
it's
feel
like
like a rush
Yellowstone.
to watch 3 episodes?
A rush?
Yeah, not a rush like in an adrenaline rush, but does it feel like it's rushed if you need to watch 3 episodes in a week?
No. I've been fine. Like when I watched the last two, I watched 2 in a row, and then because I was busy, and then I waited to watch the other one yesterday's because I would. When I messaged you that who was going to do the slides, that's when I was watching the 3rd episode.
Ah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
But you need to focus for the next 3 episodes.
I am focusing. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Oh, shit. Okay, I get it. I just don't know where the story's going. I'm okay with it, but it's just something I noticed. It's something I observed. I'm just trying to think of other examples for shows. I mean, a lot of the shows I like. I mean, I love Yellowstone, and that doesn't have a goal every episode. It's an ongoing story, but there's an overall theme to why these characters are in conflict. These guys are all everyone's. Yeah,
that's
that's why it's kind of
motivation, right?
Yeah,
I think the motivation is crystal clear for every character, but maybe the problem also is that I think they've built every character as like a main character.
Yeah, they all
have different motivations.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Jayce's path crosses with these guys more as it goes on. That was something when I came into the show, I thought their paths would cross more. I didn't realize that they wouldn't cross. They are crossing, but not. Like they haven't come face to face, which makes sense now. Not everything has to be billions.
Or C.
Or C. Look, you're missing out on one of the greatest ends to a show ever by not watching that last episode. You need to watch the series to earn that last moment. But I'm just going to find the clip of Jason Momoa cutting down like 50 people on the way to the most heroic ending of a show ever. It's brutal, but awesome.
Okay. Maybe it's on YouTube by now.
It probably is. If you just watch that last battle, it'll show you why I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're up to date. Next week we will do. Are you good to go next week, or are you working? What's the deal?
I know I'm working on 26th. So
why are you looking? Are you good? Why are you looking? Just for often, because you weren't here before often.
Sorry. Listen, I gave.
I was selling myself. This is for you often. I haven't taken it out yet. Oh, there's glare on it.
The shimmer.
Yeah. There's shimmer on it. Yeah. It's money.
Can't wait.
It's money. It's money.
I just
Listen, I gave.
But I want it. Listen, I gave.
Yeah, it's so good. I want another one. I do. I want 2 because I want both heads. Look, I'm crazy. I want to put kinetic sand on the shelf. I want to have I want to have Moa Dib in the sand with the sand thumper. I want him standing on the base. Epicness. It's definitely one of the best things I've seen. Look, he's here. This is another game. Brenda's back. What? He's back. Whoa! He's back. Yeah, it's awesome, bro. There's so many accessories. You need like 3 or 4 figures. Like one of my favorite is just the open hand with the ring on it.
Calling it.
It's sold out everywhere. Like it's sold out.
Sold out?
Places. Yeah, in a lot of places. Yeah, that I've looked. I think it's still on the site that you go to, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap. Yeah. Classic. Yeah, so that came in, which I was planning on filming, but I'm also filming the Spider-Man video, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix my Toby neck. My mission is to figure out how to fix the Toby neck, because that's like a little project that I want to do.
Oh, dude.
I actually want to get the... Sorry?
So many projects now.
I have so many projects right now. It's going to take me forever. Yeah. But the custom... There's the custom Toby that from the end of Spider-Man 1. I'm sure people have seen it. I didn't get that, and I'm kicking myself now because I want it. I want to try and find one. I'm trying to get the artist to make me one, but he won't reply to me. I'm like, I will sell you my soul. Just do this commission for me, bro. But he figured out how to fix. He figured out how to fix the neck, and I've also seen another guy. He sent me a video the other day. He did the neck. I'm not that skilled to do what that guy did though. He took it all apart and pulled the mask. So the mask in the head goes up into it, and he opened it up and then glued it down over it. And I'm like, I don't. These hands don't have those skills.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a guy who made something, and he gets money. He earns a living by people messaging him, and he's not messaging you back.
He's not messaging me back. Well, because he said like that he does other projects or whatever. I don't know. He's not replying to me. If someone knows this guy, can they freaking contact me? Right. If someone can find me this guy, I need to get this thing made.
Anyway. Okay, this story about you chasing this guy and him not replying, it reminds me of when I went to China when I was younger with my parents. And when you go to like the great, I don't know what it's called in English. Like these tourist places, you have all these people bugging you to sell stuff, right? Like fake Rolexes and calendars and anything. So they all chase all tourists. And my dad loves to bargain, and to drive the price lower and lower. So after like 15 minutes of these sellers chasing everyone, I saw my dad chasing one of the sellers, and the sellers were running away from him. That's you.
That's me. I'm chasing the freaking seller. I'm like, bro, please reply to me. What? Please, I'll pay you. How much you want? How much money you want? Let's just. Do you know my addiction? I'll do it. Just give me the.
It's not good.
What do you want? A K, 2Ks. What do you want? Just do it. He don't want money. He don't want money. It's very upsetting.
And he's just crying in bed. Leave me alone.
Yeah, he's just like, I just don't want to do it. And then I thought about doing this.
Well, I guess I'll have to take care of this myself.
I'm at right now. That's where I'm at right now. Cool. You want some steak? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go have some steak now because it's all about that protein. I need my protein. Anyway, guys, next week we'll be back. Episodes 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, and 9. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the season 1. Just tell me this: does it have an ending, or is it a to be continued?
Kinda, but it's written in 2 seasons as one long story.
Okay.
But
it's kind of like Dune. Kind of like Dune 1 and 2. It's kind of like that.
Better. You should just leave again. It's even worse when the picture when the slides are there.
Why is 6 afraid of 7? I don't get that reference.
Oh, dude, it's one of those that
Okay.
No, you have this. You know the Instagram channel with the dad jokes. That's what's wrong.
Oh, really? No, because of 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Okay, I get it now. It's like Yellowstone. Can I ban? How do I ban him? Often. How do I ban you? Tell me how to do it. I'll freaking ban you. Anyway, guys, let's cut it there because Anthony needs to go to bed and I need to have my breakfast.
It says because 8, 9, 10 but it is because 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Oh, I get you. 7, 8, 9. I get you. So he messed it up.
Kind of.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired. Thank you, everybody who came in the chat. All you legends, you're all ballers. I've got a nice little special outro planned for you guys this time. Not like I got last time. Last time I didn't get it. You guys. You fucking guys. All right, I'll play it one time for you. I'll give it to you. I'm going to go back to the old school.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, that's that. It's nostalgia.
That's a classic. Yeah, that's nostalgia. That one's nostalgia. That's nostalgia. I think tough guys don't look back at the flames, so that's nostalgia. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to sharing these last couple episodes with you guys. Thanks for all being here. All of you, you're all legends. And anybody else who watches this after, you must think we're crazy. But it's more fun live. Butch stuck around. He's still here. If you watched it, Butch, hopefully you go watch it. Check it out. It's actually really good. The story's really good. I think you'll like it. I think if you check it out,
maybe plug the courage thing again, because I need to subscribe.
Oh yes. So yeah. Also, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We're trying to boost up the algorithms. I'm going to start putting clips out from the shows now. So hopefully we can start getting some more people to join our book club. It's a bit hard because it's a live thing to get people, but then again, there's streamers who get millions. So there's also that. But my other channel so I've got another YouTube channel called Create the Courage Podcast. I did that because at first I wanted to put it on my Iron Logan, but YouTube kind of tells you if you do too many different things on one channel, it ruins the algorithm somehow. And it can decrease the views in your other videos. So I thought we'll start a new channel. This is kind of separate from toy collecting. It's about my journey talking with people all over the world.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's literally just me talking with people. So I've had 2 episodes so far. One with a gentleman called Rob, who's a good friend who's battling stage 4 cancer, and his story is unbelievable. Update on him, right? We did the podcast the day before he was going to find out from the doctors what his progress through chemo was. We did the podcast in the week that they told him he would be dead. So he should have been dead at the time that we did the podcast. But he's one of the strongest, mentally tough people I've ever met. They went to the doctors the next day, and they were shocked at how much it had shrunk and how much he was kicking its ass.
Wow.
Like he was kicking its ass. And they're like, you're basically got maybe 6 more weeks left of chemo, and you should be good the way you're destroying the tumor.
Cool.
And keeping this perspective, when most people go through chemo, you think they're like crook a lot. He goes mountain biking, still hits the gym and does weights. He is an absolute savage. He still trains. Yeah, he's an absolute beast. So my talk with him, the first hour we were kind of nervous, so we kind of fluffed around and talked about leadership and stuff that he's into. And then the second hour we get into the cancer stuff and he tells his story, which is where more of the gold of the conversation is, I think. And then I just interviewed Rodrigo, who's teaching me how to use the camera. He's a filmmaker in Perth here, and he's making a film this year, and he's going to let me work on it with him. I'm going to get to shadow and do some shit. And so it'd be cool to work on, to get some practice working on a movie. And he's just got some great motivational stuff. At the age of 18, he knew what he wanted to do in life. I'm 41, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So
yeah, you're a hustler, dude.
I'm a hustler. But I love that Rodrigo knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he's just been doing it forever, and he just never quit on himself. And he's got a cool story, and he's had some great success. He's worked on an Ed Sheeran music video. He's done some cool stuff. So he's a great mentor in that regard of learning how to use become a videographer and get into the film industry. So that's my chat with him. Offen, you're an absolute legend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. My next chat, I've got a few new people that I'm kind of liaising with. I'm trying to get some cosplayers online, some people that have YouTube channels.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So I've got some local people because I just got my Spider-Man mask from Joy Design, which I'll probably do a little review on. And I'm kind of getting into this because this is kind of going towards my maybe cosplaying as Spider-Man if I can get fit enough. So yeah, the mask is sick. It's such good quality. I actually really, really rate it. At least I've got a cool Halloween outfit coming up this next year, hopefully. And that's it. Anthony, what about your channel? Hit us up, bro. And it's also, often it's also separate to the Endgame podcast because that's with Luke. That's a different thing that I'm doing.
It would have been a bad taste to call that Endgame. But yeah, I don't know. Not doing anything special. I'll do some videos, but it's going to be slow because life is busy. But I will.
Yeah. All right, you're a cop. Often, are you actually a cop? Or is that from a show?
Probably a quote because it's a quote. But I don't know which one.
I'm like, what law did I just break? Anthony's the one talking about kidnapping people. Damn.
Cop you idiot.
Yeah, I'm probably missing it. It's gone over my head. Anyway, next week. Thanks for that. Look, if you're interested, check it out. Throw us a sub. I could use the sub at least. Arnie voice. Oh my God! I can't even do that. I can't do it.
Is it Last Action Hero? What?
Oh, maybe.
The Arnie voice.
Yeah, it might be. It might be.
Know.
I can only say "get to the chopper" or I can't do it.
But to get to the chopper is very good.
Get to the chopper is pretty good, but that's it. That's the extent of my voice capabilities. Well, I want to see this damn Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop makes sense.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's not. I need to like warm up and get into the whinging of it. But I want to see a new video from you, Anthony. Please.
Okay.
We miss out on it. You need to.
First, I need to clear out everything because I cleared out storage and now there's boxes everywhere again. So
just hire a cleaner. Hire a cleaner to come and clean it out.
Clear out the place, not clean the place.
Well, I know what we need. Anthony, I think, may be a hoarder. We need to get him on hoarders.
Probably.
Get them to come and clear out your junk.
Aren't we all? But aren't we hoarders in a fun way?
In a fun way. I'm hoarding. I'm a freaking hoarder. That's Mila's college tuition right there. So, you know.
Let's quick before we're at over 2 hours. Because
Yeah. You got to go to bed.
Yeah.
We drag it out.
Do a competition with Helen. We can be below 2 hours.
Okay. Anthony, I'll take it off your hands. All right, guys. I'm hitting end stream now, so it gives about 5 seconds for it to end, and then you'll get to see the best outro in the history of outros. Okay?
See it.